What is going on, everybody? I'm back again with another vlog, and I'm all the way up in Montreal in Canada. Really cold day over here, but pretty useful for this type of season. But I'm gonna be exploring a couple of neighborhoods. This is my second time in the city, and it's so beautiful that I had to come back. This time I'm just gonna be exploring the neighborhood I'm staying around. I can't even pronounce it because it's in French, but I'll leave a link up in the title. And this is the neighborhood that hosts one of the biggest churches in Canada, the St. Joseph's Church. It also has one of the largest domes in the whole world. But I'm gonna explore the surroundings of the area to see what the neighborhood looks like. As you guys know, I love walking around different types of neighborhoods in every city that I visit. So we're gonna explore around here to see what's happening, and I'll show you guys ahead of me, so join me. As soon as I get off of the regular street, this is what the neighborhood looks like. Regular residential houses like this, like all brick houses. A little different from the architecture of New York City. But this is over here, and then over there you can see like some new developments going on. So pretty beautiful. So I'm gonna walk around some of these regular streets, and then some of this apartment complex got their own driveway. Pretty quiet. And then different from where I live in the States, where the signs of the streets are in green. This one over here are white. You can't even see it clearly, but yeah. Then you cross the street over here, you see what it looks like. And over there you see the brand new condos that they're developing. And over here to my right, it seems like they're gonna develop something. And then ahead of me, you see what's happening. It even has like business in the first floor. Like stores and everything. I don't know if you can hear, it's a little bit windy. It's like 20 degrees, but with the wind chill, it feels like 8 degrees. So it's cold over here, but that's how it is in Canada. But still, no matter what the weather is, it's a beautiful city to explore. Over here, it seems like they got a baseball park. But definitely in this type of weather, you won't see people playing. And a quiet residential street, and you can see the apartments over here. Pretty nice. It's mostly like duplex houses or residential area, you know, together. But let's try to make it to some of the main streets to see what's going on. Then here you got different types of apartment complex. One thing I noticed, there's a lot of squirrels running around. I like this one over here. Pretty cool. But yeah, different type of vibe from downtown, but I like this type of neighborhood. The neighborhood served by the metro right here. The orange line, the station is Plamondon. Sorry if I pronounce it wrong, you know. And then across the street you got a KFC, a Kentucky Fried Chicken, but over here they pronounce it PFK. Guess it's in French. And then this is like a little main street over here that I'm gonna merge and make a right. Make it right. The street is called Victoria Street. Rue Victoria. I guess it's Victoria Road. And you can see more happening over here. Not too much traffic, you know. But I forgot that today is a Sunday. So that's why you're not going to see a lot of people. Then you can see the water gets frozen because the weather here is pretty cold. You could catch the metro over here too, so pretty nice. And here you got some of the business. I gotta tell you, the architecture over here outside of downtown really gives you that vibe, like if you're in a European city, like in Paris, but like outside of touristy areas, you know, like a regular neighborhood. More happening around, so gotta say, if you want to get a vibe like if you're in Europe, you don't gotta travel far. If you're in the States, you know, if you're like in a tri-state area, you could come here to Quebec and get that feel. And I gotta say, the cold weather here hits different from the one in New York. It's like after being out for a couple of minutes, like you could feel like your lips, like they're gonna get frozen, but you know, you got people here, it looks like they handle the weather pretty good. And they got more business over here. You see like laundromats, coffee shops, a couple of things, and like the main entrance of the train station is over here. There's an intersection that takes you to other streets. Then they have like a strip mall over here. You can see the signs in French. But yeah, pretty cool. And they have this here formats. I guess it's like the CVS or the Walgreens of Quebec. They got a Tim Hortons, you know, that's really famous in Canada. It's kind of like the Dunkin' Donuts or Canadian version of the shopping center over here. And then they got like the bus stop ahead. And then this is a bus stop. See the bus over here, people doing their connections. Then they take the subway train. So I'll probably do one block ahead and see what's going on. And the main train station over here. Then we're going up the hill. You can see how a lot of furniture shops over here. And they got a little bit of everything. And here I see a house with the Canadian flag and the Filipino flag. Actually, it's something else. It's not really a house. It's Centro Comunitario des Philippines. I guess it's like a Filipino community center here in Montreal. So you got it right there. That's awesome. So as you know, Montreal is also like another diverse city in Canada. I gotta say one negative thing about this cold weather is that it drains the battery. So I just had to flip out the battery and my hands are literally freezing even with the gloves. So it's gonna be a little challenge, but I'm gonna try to do my best to film around. And then around here, not much going on, but still a beautiful neighborhood to walk around. You can see houses, everything. You got the sign of the road, de la Pelleterie, written in French. And then a lot of the streets are up in the hill, so I'm gonna go down the hill to see what's going on. I noticed a lot of streets here, they have this, like this white tent. I'm gonna assume that this tent, it helps with the cars to keep it warm. Or probably protect them from the snow, I guess. Never seen anything like this, but whatever it does, I guess it's a really good idea. Look, even the trash. Because you know the winters here in Montreal, they're pretty brutal. And that's why they got one of the largest, if not the largest underground city in the whole world by downtown that it connects to all the streets, but you can go underground. It has like malls, stores, and restaurants, so that's pretty cool. Then you got more business over here. Pizzeria, but it's closed. They got a beauty salon. Then the regular street. One thing I like about here is how the streets are pretty nice and clean. Then when I was walking a couple of blocks down, I noticed a couple of Filipino spots, like restaurants. Then you got more going on over here. A park. And I just passed another metro stop, and here you got a restaurant, a supermarket. This is like an Indian restaurant, I believe. Kim Paul, they got more business across the street. So it's a lot going on in this neighborhood. In a lot of neighborhoods in Montreal, they're worth exploring, not only like downtown and the old downtown, but you can walk around here, you get a community vibe, you know, and people going on with their daily life. So, and like pretty interesting, unique architecture. So yeah. And then one thing interesting about Montreal is it's the second largest city in Canada after Toronto. But when you go around, it feels like pretty peaceful in different neighborhoods and different streets. And doesn't feel like that crowd of a city vibe. So it's like a more laid-back style, you know, a good, like a mixture of feelings. So I like it so far, you know. Like it so far, like you get like that small town vibe mixed with the city vibes, all combined together, and like a European vibe too. So this is like the most European city in North America. So took the metro 2 stops to see what's going on in this side of the neighborhood. What you see so far is a lot of business. The highway goes on the other side. This is like a store over here. Got some nice looking clothes over there. Maybe I might take a look at some of the jackets. And you got like new condos being built up over here. The condos that I'll show you, this is the other side. I'm staying in the other side, but I don't think there's a way I can get to that side because they're doing construction. But yeah, it looks like there's more happening in this side. Then you got this nice building. Looks like it's brand new. Got a plaza. The first floor, they can put stores or business. So yeah, it's like up here too, they develop some new architecture with the old architecture. That makes it pretty interesting. And from over here, you can't see it with this camera, but I can see the St. Joseph Cathedral. Because it's part of this neighborhood too. And then behind us is Mount Royal, which is like a park. I think the same one who designed the park designed Central Park in New York City. And it's a good park for you to hike and get a view of the city of downtown Montreal. So I think tomorrow or the next day when the weather gets better, I'm going to hike it again and get the view of the city. And this is another building they built. And then over there, pretty popular in Canada, Dollarama, which is like a dollar store. I know in the United States we got Dollar Tree. And over here's Dollarama, so I'm not sure if it's part of the same owners, but it got like a different type of name in different countries. But yeah, that's how it is in different areas that you visit. But that's the beauty about exploring and traveling. You get to experience different things, you know. Looks like this side of the neighborhood is more developed than the other side. It's like they're popping up condos, apartments. Then I believe this is like a supermarket, much new one. It has like some Chinese signs, so maybe it's like a Chinese supermarket based here in Quebec or in Montreal. But so far pretty interesting. Over there I see a high-rise building. So I did a little bit of an exploration in this neighborhood. I'm gonna be exploring other neighborhoods if the weather collaborates with me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more. Be safe out there, everybody. God bless y'all, and peace.